No, they were just fucking too, like, just not welcoming. That's, like, not my shit. But anyway, yeah, we really need to dive into this.
Is your shit on?
My shit is on.
Okay, we're on.
But yeah, we'll talk about our lives later on. Like we're gonna have different segments and shit like that. But I just want to dive into this. Jackie Chan might be the most badass dude that has ever existed, and I'm gonna tell you why. This guy put me on to watching a documentary about Jackie Chan's father, about his mother, his son, but like the stunts he did. I watched that one. Insane, holy, and he created something out of it. But
did you see the one where he fell? He fell 4 stories.
Yeah, and landed on his neck, and they had to do it again.
And they're like, he was like, do it again.
Yeah.
3 times. The amount of times he's fallen off a building alone is like, you should be dead. Like, he's fallen off of multiple buildings. He got hit by a fucking helicopter.
That is crazy.
He got his ribs broken by a helicopter in air.
Yep.
He fucking. I have a list of. I wrote down a list of like all his. That's another thing too. Is we're gonna get into is like people want to down him on his controversies and like being a bad dad. Dude, we don't give UFC fighters this much grace with CTE. You think Jackie Chan doesn't have CTE from falling off a fucking building multiple times?
He's that bad of a dad. He just wasn't a present dad.
Yeah, he was not. He
doesn't make him. He couldn't do good or bad.
He was a pretty unpresent dad. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, we'll get into him, and we gotta rewind before we get to the legend Jackie Chan. I just want to say I don't want to hear any fucking shit talk on Jackie Chan because he is the man. Officially, bro, he fell off the fucking in I think it was Project A or something. He jumped into a tree 4 stories in the air and fell through every branch on the second take. And fractured his skull. There's a hole in his skull. Blood came out of his ears, and he got an internal brain bleed that almost killed him. And people are like, "Yeah, he knows what the fuck he's doing." It's like, bro, that's you don't survive that. He had like 50 of those. Anyway, Jackie Chan.
I gotta give him credit on those ones, like where he's getting dragged behind the bus.
Yeah,
and he's like walking, then like running on the side of the cars too, like what I mean, like tapping his feet. It's crazy. It's just incredibly talented. And right. You have to see the vision because he's like, hey, we're going to go. Well, even when they gave him the power to like start directing, the fight scenes and letting him do what he wanted to, being Jackie Chan.
Yeah. No insurance, no safety net, no nothing. Like, you're doing this. You are for real jumping off a building. Okay, maybe some of the glass is fake, which. Oh, yeah. Shit. Maybe some of the glass is fake or whatever, but like the stunt is real. You have no safety net, no insurance coming. Shit's fucking. I'm going to just turn it down a little bit.
Turn down for what, dude?
Anyway, yeah, Jackie Chan fucking rules. He. All right, let's rewind to his dad. So let's list a couple sources and then we'll get into it.
Yeah, we're going to talk about Jackie Chan today and his family and kind of just things we didn't know about, and I'm sure most people didn't know about either. So
I'm a little pissed. I just found out he has an autobiography, and I should have consulted that before this episode. We're gonna do it, but I couldn't help hearing it in a Chinese guy's voice, like, I fell off of the building.
It's all good. We all thought it.
Okay, hold on, wait. Let me find the shit that I was. Okay, so the documentary that we watched was Traces of a Dragon. It was made in 2003, and until this moment that right before it came out, Jackie Chan did not know anything we're about to say about his family. He had no idea.
Right into it. Where does it start?
Okay, so you got to start with Jackie Chan's dad. Jackie Chan's dad. I already don't have his name. We're just going to refer to him as Jackie Chan's dad. He was born in China, obviously, and he's born in Shandong, and he moved around as a kid a lot. So like
a Jackie Chan episode.
What did you type into YouTube to find that?
Chinese sound.
All right, so let me just get into the back. You kind of have to explain a little bit of the background of China to understand Jackie's dad's story, right? So, 1911, they fucking they kind of start to get their independence, and there isn't like really too much of like a unified government that's doing very well. they get there's like basically breaks off into warlords. So like China's surrounded by, or like there's a bunch of these warlords that are like trading kids and fucking like doing a lot of really bad shit, right? So they're like, you know, you could be in debt to a warlord for your children. China's not good to, you know, women. A lot of bad things are going on in China.
Early on. It's
early days.
They seem to be doing better.
So there's a long road ahead of that. So eventually they kind of like they start to, the Soviets kind of support their early government. It gets fractured. There's a Chinese civil war that breaks out before and after World War II. And during, there's two sides. There's the communists and the nationalists, both pretty bad guys. And Jackie's dad worked for the nationalists, and we'll get into how and why and all that kind of shit, right? So like Jackie's dad, he's moving around a lot as a kid, and he's not doing very good in school. He kind of sucks at school. His dad's pissed. So he becomes a draper's apprentice in Shanghai. He's making drapes for like 3 years, I think. And over the course of these 3 years, he does a boxing course. It's called I rewatched it. It's called Hong Kong boxing. Like I think they just kind of use the term boxing like they use Muay Thai.
Is
where
this
it's
the
like
video you're talking about while I watched it?
He's like he's like has his hand up and he has two fingers right
shadow
here.
boxing on a beach.
He's like,
throwing a right hand with both fingers out.
Yeah, to the eyes. He's shadow box. He's doing like Tai Chi on a beach in Australia as an old man and like smoking a pipe and fishing for half the documentary. He looks like the coolest guy of all time. He's the coolest fucking dude ever. But anyway, so kind of you can tell he's kind of a piece of shit. Like you can see it in his responses and stuff like that, where you're like, this guy's done some dirt. Are you trying to type in Chinese sound again? So anyway, he does a 3-year boxing course with this lady named Mrs. Zhang, 7 days a week.
That's crazy. Yeah.
You got to play it into the mic, bro.
I don't even know what that was.
That's the start to the Chinese soldier boy.
Yeah.
A soldier boy. So anyway, he does this Chinese boxing course with this lady who has Chinese foot binding. If you ever seen those, like they show that
scary.
It's really scary. They used to literally like tape their feet up for like their whole life and like put like iron under their feet to shape their feet in this like claw like foot, which has got to be awful for you. But he's like, she's untouchable. She could kick well above your head.
Well, I mean, what was the point of that? Was it like a fancy thing, or was it like
I think it was a status thing. I think it was like a cultural and a status thing.
Those ladies are probably constantly uncomfortable. I think that's how
it ruins your life.
That's how they want them to be.
Yes. No, it's like the worst. It's
imagine a female thing, right? Only female?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I mean, it's awful for you. Like right now, there's a big renaissance in the shit.
How dare you have a bigger feet?
Oh, as someone of the big-footed community, I'll tell you first and foremost, when it's difficult to find shoes, it's often the width of the toe box. Imagine them just fucking crunching your foot into a ball and be like, walk on that forever. Both feet. Rest of your life. Nah, I'm good on that. Anyway, so he goes to a boxing course with this lady, and his dad so Jackie Chan's dad was good friends with this guy named General Gujutung.
Nice.
That is how it's said. And he this guy's a general in the Nationalist Army, right? This is before World War II is going on. So he gets a job as an orderly and like a bodyguard for this guy, and things are going okay.
Did he have his own gun?
He had his own gun. He's in I think it's called the Great China Hotel. They always do this. They're always like, that's their favorite. They kind of are the best at naming shit.
Yep.
Like we go for gay shit like fusions, or like we like come up with like weird kind of like weird names for our shit. They just go right to the source, like Great Number 1 China, A1 Best China. That's like all their names for shit. So yeah, the Great China Hotel. He pulls his gun out and shoots his gun off in the hotel.
He said accidentally.
Yeah, well, he pulled it. He didn't think it was good. He didn't realize. I don't think he realized it was like an automatic weapon. So he like shot like 10 rounds into the air. and then it came out of his hands and like fell on the ground and went in a circle, and they're like, "You're fired."
I mean, it's like, I don't know how. It's his first day at the job. It's like, don't fuck up, kid.
Yeah.
Oh.
So General Gu Chutang said that he was actually Chiang Kai-shek, who was the leader of the Nationalist Army.
Shanghai Shek?
Chiang Kai-shek.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna do a Chinese Civil War one because outside
you said Shanghai Shek. I was like, you mean
that's
Yao
even
Ming?
a better name. Yeah, Shanghai Shek is Yao Ming. That's good. No, we need it. So outside of World War I and World War II, the bloodiest war and the most casualties war in the 20th century was the Chinese Civil War. So it's like it's a fucking insane. If that's number 3 outside of World War I and World War II, it just goes to tell you that it's fucking awful and there's a lot of crazy shit in there, which there is. So anyway, the guy he was working under was actually the chief of staff for Chiang Kai-shek. So it's like really high up shit. He's just an orderly. He shoots a gun off in the Great China Hotel. They don't like that very much. He's fired. He goes, "What do I do? I'm going to become a smuggler and start a gang." So that's what he does. He gets a gang together with the boys, gets about 7 boys.
A pirate, you know?
Yeah. He's getting coolies and they call them hoods. That's like their like bad guy, like thug is like hood there.
Yep.
So he gets his gang of 7 dudes and they start like trading salt for linen and doing some smuggling and shit like that. And the Japanese,
It wasn't illegal at the time, though.
no, it was not. It wasn't even called It was like,
Didn't have a term.
it was like a gray area where it was like, you're fucking, you're doing naughty shit, but not like they basically, the
I don't
Japanese
get how
were
it's
just,
naughty.
it's considered smuggling, and it would be. It would
But
be,
anyway, back to Japan.
The Japanese are like, bro, you're not giving us any money. Go directly to prison.
I'm sorry, dude. No sheep for wool?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Catan, dude.
You got me fucked up, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm putting the robber on your shit now.
Exactly, dude. I rolled a 7 on your bitch ass. Japan rolled a 7 on China.
Japan rolled a 7 on China like 150,000 times, bro. They rolled a 7 on China for like fucking a straight 13 years, bro. It was really bad.
But yeah, so they get captured by Japan.
So they get captured. So they get captured by the Japanese, and they're put into prison where like they're just constantly forced to watch executions. So the Japanese just pull people out and chop their fucking head off with a samurai sword in front of them.
Bro, they are a savage people.
It's fucking
Bro,
insane,
we call him the
dude.
Japanese devil. He's like this Japanese devil.
It's funny how like you could tell his prejudice. He hates communists. He hates the Japanese. But it's like, what do you expect from this guy? And we'll get into why he hates like. He's in the right. He's in the right. He's for sure within his rights to hate both these people.
Yeah.
So he goes on to try to. He's just living in there. They're constantly executing people in front of him, and eventually, like the guy Gujutong like persuades them to let him go. He came in there with 7 people. He left with 5. 2 of his bros got murdered in there. Or died. So they didn't really specify.
So they were sick too, but again, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Two of the boys didn't make it out.
They essentially got murdered if they got fucking Japanesed. They got taken it. They basically just got sick of watching fucking people get their head chopped off for a while.
They always kill off like darker people in horror movies first.
Yes.
You think they were like the darker ones, the Asians? You know what I mean?
The Chinese?
Yeah, like there was like, out of his 7 friends,
They were
the 2 of them that happened to be darker skinned.
I don't know. I can't substantiate that, but I can only assume that
fucked up, dude.
Judging by Jackie Chan movies, I can only assume that it's a multiracial motorcycle gang or dirt bike gang.
That is
So anyway, yeah. Right. Where was I? All
Sorry,
right.
that
So
was
he gets
racist,
fired
dude.
for shooting a gun off. He gets a gang.
Well, no, yeah, he's
Japanese
arrested by
army.
Japan.
Okay, yeah. So he goes to General Gu for help, and afterwards he gets a secret. Job at the Intelligence Bureau.
That's so
So
funny.
he's
It's
spooked
like,
up.
They're
He's-
taking a look at his track record. He just fires off a couple of guns. And they're like, I think he can be
Wait
secret.
a minute. Yeah, they're looking at it. They're literally like, got fired for shooting a gun off in the Great China Hotel, started a smuggling ring, get caught by the Japanese with a fucking measly group of 7 dudes.
Yeah.
Gets out. I think we got the job for you, man.
Yeah,
so,
you're gonna go undercover.
So he goes into the Secret Intelligence Bureau, but the thing is that like the nationalists, they're both. This is one of those wars where once again no side is. They're both fucking awful. So his the nationalists were like horrifically corrupt. They're fucking mass inflations. They're also doing massacres.
I saw stacks of money in that documentary. And it was like that's all that was to buy one.
They're literally
bun.
They're leaving with hundreds of thousands of dollars to buy one bun. They're like getting. It's so funny to see someone in a rickshaw covered in money but still looking sad. Like someone's carrying you in a rickshaw and you got like $300,000 and you're just still fucked up because it's all going to get
money
one
spread
bun.
over there. It's like, yo, you got 10 cents.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So,
but also, yeah, no, I can't get sidetracked on that. Who the fuck places value on money, bro? Fuck you. It's bullshit anyway.
I'll tell you. The thing is that like even though he's in the Secret Intelligence Bureau,
I forgot about the Kai Fang, bro. They were controlling that.
They're in there. I want to look up. I'm curious to see where they lie in this.
Exactly. We'll find out. But that, yeah.
So anyway, the thing is that like even though he's working the Secret Intelligence Bureau, he's making $0. He's making like no fucking money. Also, before I get small side note, for Jackie Chan to appear in his first movie with Bruce Lee, where he gets hit in the face with a fucking he gets beat up in that movie for real. He got $1 a day. That's insane. But anyway, so back to Jackie Chan's dad. So he's like, all right, I'm working in the government. I'm making no money. Then fuck this. I'm leading my people to quit because he's like in command of a unit. So he's got 35 people under him. Is this the Mulan soundtrack?
Keep going.
So he's got 35 people under him, and he's on his way. He's on his way to essentially quit, and on his way there, he's on a boat and someone tries to assassinate him. He believes it's the communists. It's hard to say. There's really not like, which it is very possible. I mean, that is entirely possible. Likely.
You would give me an advertisement.
Oh my God. Dude, use my phone, bro.
No,
I got the good YouTube.
You got YouTube Premium?
Yeah.
You pay for that?
I forget about it.
You know what?
I
That's
did it
fair,
one
bro. There's
time
plenty of stupid shit I pay for.
I mean, bro,
fair.
for no ads, come on, bro.
You're right. I do pay.
And the ability to like shit and have like a profile shit that you're like, I'm gonna watch this later.
Yeah, fair enough.
Worth
All
it.
right.
Anyway, so he's leading these people. He's on a boat, and someone tries to shoot him, and they get him in the fucking leg, and he shows the scars that like went like through his leg. And he's like, ow, fuck you.
Was it on a boat?
Yeah.
I thought they were at like an event.
He was on his... Well, they made it look like it's an event because I think it was like one of those boat rides for the rich where it's kind of like you're taking almost like a cruise where you're like taking a charter down to somewhere. So he's on a boat to go to, I think, Shanghai or wherever to quit. And somebody shoots him. He gets shot in the leg. He's like, what the fuck? So after that, when he gets there, someone else tries to assassinate him. They shoot him in the head. It grazes the top of his skull, like takes a little chunk out of his skull. He champs that too. Is like, all right, well, they're fucking after me. So I need to figure something out.
If there's anything from this, if you haven't gathered already, is that this man is responsible for Jackie Chan. So that motherfucker's tough as shit too.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Clearly. Even though he's doing the iPo karate, dude, like this guy's done some shit.
He probably's used that in real life.
Oh yeah, he's killed 100% he's killed somebody.
You know the defense for that, right?
That's right. The Three Stooges defense.
Yeah.
So yeah, he for obvious reasons he hates communists. I mean, he has every right to.
More than you, actually.
He also believes that Jackie Chan. Even though Jackie Chan's the one who like was like rolled again when he fell out of the tree, he's like, yeah, it's because they filmed that in Yugoslavia. So he was like, yeah, it was those fucking communists. And Jackie was like, I did it. And he was like, yeah, but you didn't know that all they were communists there. He was like, okay, all right. So anyway, Japan starts fucking China up. So basically from like 1933 until the end of World War II, Japan is just butt fucking China, like really bad, like horrifically bad. It's one of the worst things ever. And the communists and the nationalists for World War II, they teamed up. They were forced to team up. They like knew that like, hey, we'll get back to civil war after this, but like we gotta fucking
island did some fucking damage, dude.
What, Japan? Oh, dude. I was telling you
my
earlier.
question is, all right, we're staying on this one, but we're gonna.
What's your question?
Next episode, just so you guys are aware, we're going into this Japan-China war shit because it is nuts.
The second Sino
But yeah, no, that's Anyway, because I just want to know how they all how that little island just started taking over a bunch of shit. But anyway, we gotta focus on Jackie and his dad.
I like that topic. I've looked into that one a little bit. It's very interesting because they go literally from being samurai to industrializing mad fucking quick and just taking over shit in a span of 40 years. It's pretty sick. It's quite the glow up. Anyway, so Japan is just fucking wrecking China. I was telling you about the rape of Nanking earlier. The lady who published the book on it killed herself after fucking reporting it because they were literally putting maggots inside people, gang raping, it was cutting people in half.
It was a very bad.
It is a very bad. Which, for the record, so did the communists, and so did
everyone's done mass rapings,
so did the Chinese. But at this scale, it was fucking crazy.
They did a good job sweeping it under the rug by making anime. They're like,
that's right. Yeah, Lux's octopus fuck a lady. So anyway, he's moving around for all this, and when the rape of Nanking happens, he's luckily not there, but the house that he would have been in is destroyed. His home in Shandong, they bombed his mom, his dad, his sister, so he's got no family anymore. The Japanese just murdered his entire family and no home, so no money. He's just he's kind of destitute at this point. So he moves back to Changchun, where his house he moves back to Changchun. All right. After he meets a girl, and he has two boys. So he has these two kids, and he's raising his two kids until they're 8 years old, or one's 2 and one's 8. Mm-hmm. And the mom gets some sort of fucked up cancer where she starts bleeding, and she doesn't have a lot of time to live. So the dad is I need to cure her. I've heard that they use opium in the countryside. So he gets some opium, and then
she does good for a minute.
Yeah, well, he couldn't even give her the opium. He's I don't even know how to do opium. I'm going to hire somebody to give my girl opium. So she does opium for 2 days and then dies.
She's doing great, guys.
So he's fuck. God damn it. Now my wife's dead. And I got 2 fucking kids. And all of a sudden, now the tide's kind of turning in the Chinese Civil War, and he's basically a wanted man now. Now the communists are after him, so he's got to go. So he leaves his fucking 2 kids, and he goes, he's traveling around. This is why his name's Chan. Jackie Chan's name shouldn't be Chan. His dad had to change his name to outrun the communists. His original name is Feng. Fang. Mm-hmm. So he leaves his fucking 2 kids and just goes and is traveling around China, and the communists come to his kid's house and they're where's your fucking dad? And they're we have no idea, bro. So
surprised they didn't kill him.
Well, what they did is they made them beggars for for decades. Anyone seen giving them food would die, or at least be severely punished. So they were forced to become beggars in the streets because their dad worked for the nationalists, sins of the father. Literally a 2-year-old. You're going to tell a 2-year-old, hey, sorry, no one's allowed to give you food. You got to beg for the rest of your life. So they go on to one of them eventually gets a pigsty. It's literally his job. The other one, they don't know how to read. They don't have any money to go to school or anything like that. So they got one of them eventually becomes a postal worker somehow. The other one runs a pigsty.
So one looked like he was a news reporter, the younger one.
That's the pigsty one.
He looked like he did good.
He owns a pigsty, so he's slanging pigs. So anyway, he leaves, and we'll get back to the 2 kids in a little bit, and I think they did something else with another one of his family members where they the Cultural Revolution is fucking awful. It's really, really fucked up shit. They did some mass humiliation ritual on his family, whatever's left of it, and shit like that. So he leaves, and he meets a fucking lady on his travels. He gets a job as a detective under a different name. in this port, or he's like either a detective or like a port inspector or some shit like that. But he ends up working at this port, and a lady who had a very similar story to he did. Her husband was killed by the Japanese, got bombed to death. She had 2 daughters. They fucking he catches her selling opium. Turns out she's like a huge opium dealer called the Third Sister, who's just trying to make money, but he's a detective. So he gets her and he's like, I got you, bitch. And she tells him the whole story and he's like, damn, I kind of like you. Here, keep your opium. And he lets her leave with her opium. But then he starts kind of pursuing her. They end up getting into a relationship. Now they're living together, and she's a gambler who goes to a fucking casino with a horsewhip, and people just like give her shit because she's like this opium dealer.
Give me her, I'll whip you.
Oh, give me a chip. And so like they give her chips and shit like that, but she's a gambling addict, so she ends up losing like everything. She has to pawn all her shit, and then he finds the receipts and he like saves it. He spends his life savings like multiple times. He just like gets his money together, fucking gets her pawned shit back, and she ends up as like, all right, I'm gonna go clean, no more gambling, no more none of this shit. I'm done smoking. And she's like, I'm gonna go be a maid for like one of these rich families in I think Hong Kong, and she ends up becoming a maid. He also ends up going to like a similar industry, I think, but during this, like, they're still making no fucking money. It's an awful time in China. Her kids are forced into child labor. Yeah. So like it's pretty fucked up. So anyway, we're about to get to the good shit.
So crazy.
Jackie's dad started another. Okay, all right. So here's what Jackie's dad does. He said, "All right, you know what? That's enough gambling. I'm going back to what I know best, starting a gang." So he starts a second gang.
Could be another one.
He calls this one the Shandong Gang.
Nice. Very, hey, straight to the point. Like you said, bro.
Yeah.
A1, best Shandong Gang.
What's your hometown? The Shandong Gang.
Yeah.
What set you rep? Shandong.
Yeah, exactly.
He's still on the run from the communists. He's still on the run starting a fucking another gang. So he's ganged the fuck up. All right. Yeah, her kids are forced into child labor. Jackie's dad changes his name to avoid the communists. All right, so here's where Jackie's born. So now we're getting into the man a little bit. Jackie's born in 1954, I believe April 7th. Don't ever forget that man's birthday. And he was breastfed for 3 years. Apparently, he would walk up to his mom, even after she would stop producing milk, and be like, "Give me the titty," and like pull her tits out in public and shit like that. Which, if you want a strong boy that's able to take fucking falls like that, you got to breastfeed that kid.
3 years minimum.
3 years minimum. The Jackie Chan diet.
They say
straight titty
Dagestan 2-3 years, forget. How about breastfeed in the beginning? Forget.
That's right. Send to Hong Kong titty milk for 3 years of your life. So, okay, So this is where Jackie Chan has a fucking wild story. His upbringing is insane. So he doesn't know any of this. Keep that in mind. He doesn't know he has brothers. He doesn't know he has sisters. He knows nothing of this.
He's just Jackie.
He's just Jackie Chan. He grows up. He's kind of like a shitty kid for his first little 5 years. He has a lot of energy, is like losing shit, kind of just like very funny kid. Speaks English, like is like doing whatever, right? And his parents have to leave. And they do this all the time. They've left like multiple kids at this point.
Leaving Chinese kids everywhere.
Leaving Chinese kids all over the place. But anyway, he doesn't like Jackie's fighting in school and he's doing whatever. And he's like, I'm gonna enroll you into this program. And it was the Peking opera. I think
Best Opera China won.
Best China Opera won. I'm trying to find the name of it, but anyway, yeah, it says Peking Opera, right? So like, if you ever go to like a Chinese ballet or whatever, it's not like regular ballet. They're doing karate. Basically, they just do karate for like they do acrobatics, karate, and weapons. Like that's like the whole. There's a story in there somewhere, but it's basically like watch me do crazy flips with karate, and I'll do a bow staff with a like it's insane. It's really cool. So he goes to the school he goes in there. The first
Rush Hour was originally a Chinese opera.
It was called Lush Hour. So he's in the school, and it's day one, and he sees all the weapons on the walls, and he's like hitting people and having a good time, and they're like, so you could do a 3-year, 5-year, 7-year, 10-year contract, and he's like, ooh, I want to do a 10-year contract, and Jackie's dad's like, perfect, see you later, man.
Fucking yeah.
So he's stuck for 10 years. He does not miss one day of training. He's in the school for 10 years straight, performing for money too, by the way. And his like they're literally putting him through torture. They're like, you have to do a handstand for an hour, and if you mess up, they fucking whip you. You have to run with two fucking things of 2 cups of water on your like collarbones. If you drop it, we whip you. If you spill a drop, they'd like stop you mid motion. Like you'd be doing a crazy karate kick or something, like spinning heel kick, and they'd stop you for 20 minutes. They'd be like, hold that for everyone in position 20 minutes, hold it, or else I'm going to beat the fuck out of you.
It just makes sense, dude. Like he's like incredible.
He's incredible. So like when you watch him do these stunts, it's like he's a one of one. It would take literally 10. You would have to train.
No one can do what I'm going to say this. Yeah. Dude, I don't think Bruce Lee could have done what Jackie's done. Like when they throw in like the lamps or like they were saying like Jackie's like I couldn't do when Bruce Lee died.
Right.
They wanted me to be like that, and it's like those movies aren't working. It's like, well, because it's like let me be Jackie Chan.
Right. And he was right. I think that was the best movie he could have possibly done. Everything he tried to do for Bruce Lee flopped. So he ends up doing fucking his own thing.
Dude. It's good. Like,
it's good shit.
I was having nostalgia watching. I was like, holy crap! Like,
we got to get you on some. I got to show you some good ones. Drunken Master 2, fucking incredible. So. Anyway, so here's another thing that's crazy about Jackie Chan. He got fucking eyelid surgery. He got white guy eyelid surgery because of a manager was like, we need you to be more appealing to Westerners. We don't like how Chinese you look. We need you to get eyelid surgery. And he was like, okay. So like however Chinese you think he looks, he's actually twice as Chinese.
That's crazy, dude.
That's so fucked up. How fucked up is that? That's like
I don't know. Wait, is there videos prior to him having eyelid surgery?
I think the movie he did with Bruce Lee, I think is prior to him doing eyelid surgery.
I'll have to take a look at that.
I think that's the Fist of Fury. Something like that. It's one of the later. It's like the last movie that he did.
All right. I gotta take a piss. 1 second.
Take a piss, dude.
Well, you go.
Yeah, dude. I'm still in this bitch. Actually, yeah, no, I'm still in this bitch. Yeah, thank you for listening to us about Jackie Chan. We're not done yet, but dude, we'll get into kind of his controversies a little bit later. But I mean, like as you can see at this point, man, the guy deserves something. Like he's not the most evil piece of shit of all time. He's done wildly amazing things that no one else could. All right, V-Dubs will be here in just a second.
Nice. Real quick, my aunt over the weekend at my sister's wedding told me I had an LBH, and I was like, "What's that?" Just a little boy haircut.
I thought it was a little like, behind.
Oh, fucking roasted me. But anyway, back to Jackie.
That's kind of. You should have hit her. You should have did Chinese acrobatics at her,
dude. I should have hit her with the kung fu. Enter the fist,
dude. He's the fucking. We'll get into his accolades in a second. Let's do a little bit more on the back history. Mm-hmm. You talk for a second, too. I get a piss. Do you mind if I have my wheelchair back for just a second?
I'm sitting in your wheelchair. Yeah.
I can do a little bit of walking with the... I'm actually a little bit... Do this real quick. There you go. No, can you see it? You see how annoying it is, though? Because, like, you can't even push yourself. Like,
bro,
there's no...
If you can't push yourself, who's going to do it for you?
It's 100% pain, 100% power of will.
Dude, I'll tell you... In reality, for Jackie Chan, it was probably, 35% luck. The rest is all skill, dude. That dude does not need concentrated power of will because that is bred into the Chinese people, dude.
I'm sure there's some element of luck there, but like, dude, he did the work. Like he did that shit. So, and I'm excited to get to his accolades, but let's get back to the Chinese school that he was in. Mm-hmm. So he's there for 10 years, never missing a single day, doing acrobatics, getting beaten, constantly stretched, like pushed to your limits. And while he's there, like, first of all, another thing is that the teacher that he was under was receiving money from the the like underground nationalists. So just it's just a little connection where his dad was like, oh, you think I didn't know? Like you're like even your school was like receiving money from these nationalists, but it's not like they're just doing fucking acrobatics and shit like that. Anyway, so 10 years goes by. He doesn't see his dad one time.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Is there a list of kids that went to that school and what they went on to do?
I wonder.
Because I'm curious.
I'm curious.
Funded by the nationalists, and they're creating these super kids. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean,
like,
so, yeah.
What if Jackie Chan is just the tip of the iceberg?
MK Ultra? What if he's MK Ultra, bro?
Yeah.
That's what I'm curious. That is. I don't think so, but I will get into the tangential connections between him and bad shit in Hollywood and stuff like that.
Good word, dude. Can you even spell that? Because I have
never PENIS.
Tangentrix? Tangential.
Anyway, bro. Let's not get too crazy into it.
All right.
So he doesn't see his dad for 10 years, right? He gets out. His dad's like working at like an embassy or a consulate in Australia. His mom's a maid for like rich people. He gets out. His dad picks him up after he's 18. He went in there when he was 8 years old. He gets out. He's gotten out of prison. He's like, what the fuck? So like his dad spends his life savings on getting him like an apartment in Hong Kong.
What year is this? Would you say?
This is like the 70s.
So there was planes. He's not taking a fucking ship to Australia.
No, he's on a plane. Yeah, he's on a plane. So he doesn't even left Australia. He gets a little apartment in Hong Kong, and then he goes to live with his parents in Australia, where he works as a construction worker in the daytime and a restaurant worker in the nighttime. So he's stacking his bread. He still trains every day. He like shows his old training house at the consulate where he's like, I'd have to be very quiet over here. I'd bench over here. But get stuff to make his own weights. He like took his shit very seriously, which is cool. So
I feel like I rack discipline.
Imagine for those who don't know, I have an injury right now. I got glass in my bone. I had to get surgery to get taken out. I feel like such a pussy. That's the glass right here. See that triangle?
Oh, I thought that was your penis.
What? Get the fuck out of my house!
That's crazy, dude.
So anyway, after watching Jackie Chan get injured all these times, I feel like such a pussy. Like this guy did so much worse, and would get up and be like, "Do it again." I
think you can walk, dude.
I can walk.
Yeah, I don't think you need this.
I don't. No, it's just easier. I can walk. If I take this off, I can walk. I just can't walk for long periods of time. You want to see? And also, I can't get it dirty. So like I can't really walk with it on. And then if I take it off, the bandaging gets dirty.
Okay.
So anyway,
pussy.
I can't wait to walk all the way to beating the fuck out of you soon, dude.
Nah, it's all good.
Give me 6 weeks and you're done.
Give me 6 weeks, bro. Bro, I have 6 weeks in a week, bro. You don't understand. I'm stacking my weeks up.
Every one of my days is in 4 days.
Yeah.
Actually, my first day starts at 6 a.m. when I'm still sleeping. My second day starts at noon when I'm actually still sleeping. 1 o'clock is my third day. I wake up. Time to work out. 1 hour.
Dude, I'm playing Catan online. You don't understand.
I'm playing Fallout 4. Fucking pussy. No, I was playing Catan for like the first 4 days.
That's the way it is. All right. But anyway, so Jackie receiving money from the school. No, he's in Australia.
No, he's in Australia now. He goes back to Hong Kong and he starts working with a movie producer. I think is the guy who produced this documentary, right? So when he's over there, Jackie Chan in his career filmed over 200 movies. And for probably 198 of them, did his own stunts. So that's crazy. So the reason why Jackie Chan is so rich and famous partially is because he started the Jackie Chan stunt team. So no one would insure him. He's doing these death-defying stunts where he's breaking his fucking neck, he's breaking his skull open. He gets a group of people that he trained with all the time that he would be able to, once he got a little bit of steam, a little bit of motion, he got them into Hollywood and like would use his own stunt team that became like the most prolific stunt team in the world. If you think about what a stunt team is too, like they're the ones who are doing like all the shit you see in a movie where you're like, whoa, dude, that guy jumped out of a building into a plane. Like, yeah, that motherfucker really did it. Yeah, maybe not the actor that you're watching who's the main character, but somebody did that shit.
That's also like quick turnout to Tom Cruise because he's kind of like a white Jackie Chan.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, I don't think he's not as good.
No,
but
definitely not.
He's at least pushing the envelope.
Mm-hmm.
He's at least in his.
He's riding a dirt bike off a cliff.
He can really ride a dirt bike. He can really run. He's really strapped to a plane. He's
really
like,
fast, dude. He runs.
He actually is really fast. From what I've known, to my knowledge, Tom Cruise is fast as hell. To what I know, that's true. Actually, I'll be the first to tell you, Tom Cruise is fast as hell, bro. I got a good inside source on that motherfucker's legs, dude. He can move them.
Nice. So anyway, he's filming 200. He starts in Hong Kong. He starts to
he's doing all these movies.
But like he's also like responsible for choreographing fights, you know?
Yeah,
what I mean?
he did. Yeah, well, so in the early days there was like a lot of movies that he did where he wasn't quite the he did eventually do his own stunt coordination, but like he was like kind of like not quite he was making a lot of movies that weren't really big. If you look at his career, some of them are great, some of them are fucking awesome movies, but like they're really fun, cheesy 80 Hong Kong movies that you might not have even known about if you were living in America at the time. He didn't really break out in America until he did Rumble in the Bronx. And after that, he started to get like
where he jumped a building to get to another, like to get to a balcony. It's crazy,
dude. He jumped
16 feet.
Yeah. Yes, that's the one. Yeah. And dude, they show, if you watch his movies, what's cool about it is like not only because he talks about how he looks at the camera to show you that it's him, but in all the movies at the end, they show you the stunts gone wrong. So they all have a blooper reel. All his movies have a blooper reel of him doing the stunts where it's like, whoa, he almost died there. Yeah. Like showing multiple takes and them nailing it and how they actually
That's the realest
feel
form
about
of acting, bro. I'm like, if you're doing a death-defying stunt, then going into like.
With no insurance.
You're never going to get away. You know what I mean? Like,
dude, you have to make it or else you die and the movie's over and it's not good and your family's awful. So like
your kids are left yet again.
Dude, he did like imagine how hype you would be to be on that. Like, okay, there's a lot of movies out there. A lot of people get fucked to get into a movie or like, you know, there's awful things going on in Hollywood. But could you imagine how it would feel to be on set when Jackie Chan jumps 16 feet off of a building or jumps off of a building onto a train, onto a fucking bus, jumps through a glass window? You'd be like, this is the best job I've ever had in my life.
Yeah,
like
that dick was worth it.
100% when you see Jackie Chan doing his work.
But no, that's the one where it's like city police or something like that.
Police Story.
Police Story.
Police Story.
Exactly. Yes. Police Story number 1.
They made 4 of them.
Great Police Story 1. No.
Number 1, a police story.
Yeah, he jumps onto the train, jumps over a sign, then ducks and like dodges another sign. Crazy as fuck.
Yeah, jumps through the. What's up,
crazy.
baby?
What's up, V-Dog? And Scrubs.
Hello.
Real quick.
We'll pause for just a moment. You don't tug on Superman's dick.
Yeah, you don't spit. Yep. All right, nice.
We're back
into it.
All right. Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan. Right. Okay. So Jackie Chan, Australia, right? He's training and shit. He gets back into. He's making some movies in Hong Kong. They're not really going good. They're going good, but like he's not breaking into like the Hollywood market. He does Rumble in the Bronx. All of a sudden, he's like they're like, whoa, that was crazy. Didn't know Jackie Chan was like that. So now he's starting to build his brand and his everything. The guy does so much shit, like an incredible amount of stuff. So I'm going to list you some of his injuries, and we'll get back to his dad's story too.
We already talked about his injuries, dude.
Say what?
We already talked about his injuries.
I have a list right here, though.
I'm going to say it again.
All right, so... broke his eyebrow bone, broke his orbital, broke his nose four times on 4 different movies, knocked multiple teeth out, lacerated his lip, broke his chin, dislocated his right shoulder, broken breastbone. He got fucking hit by he fell off a building. He broke finger bones, knee damage, ankle, eye injury, skull fracture, bone cave in behind his left ear until his brain bled and he had blood coming out of his ears on film. Cheekbone dislocation, cervical spine damage from falling off a 25-meter clock tower 3 times. Spinal damage from a pole, pelvis dislocation, tailbone damage, thigh injury, caught between 2 cars, got hit by multiple cars. Like, people die from getting hit by a car. Dog, he's been hit by a car like 50 times. He's got hit by a helicopter, a car, fucking fell off. He's just done it all. Mm-hmm. So anyway, his big break was Rumble in the Bronx. He made it. So now he's starting to get like involved with other martial artists around the world. So he wants to make things look more real. What sets Jackie Chan apart is that he's an inventor also. So like Bruce Lee was like quintessential in the stagecraft of stunt acting in 60s Hollywood. You know, like him and his group they're part of the reason why stunt acting became a little different, and then Jackie Chan picked up in his footsteps, changed the game entirely, did his own Jackie Chan thing. But he made shoes where he could kick people in the face and it wouldn't hurt as much. He made equipment
like the glass, like sugar glass and stuff like
things
that.
Like he literally invented things that are still used in stunt acting, which is pretty impressive. Like, just in the industry of itself, take the film element out of it, where it's the business and the acting and whatever, just the sheer like doing those stunts and figuring out ways to he's like, how do I jump off a building without dying? No net. I'm gonna do it. Let's find out.
Yeah. Cart full of candy. That'll do it. And he's sliding down the pole and like all the glass is breaking.
Electricity.
Like burning.
He just has no skin on his hands from fucking electricity and glass breaking and the pole sliding down. And he'd just like tell people like, all right. He talks about like every stunt he'd do. He'd be like, okay, I'm gonna die. Fuck, I'm gonna get crippled for the rest of my life. Please don't. And dude, they're doing the shit in traffic, by the way. Like, I don't know. I'm curious to see what kind of permits they had to pull, because it seems like they do it in multiple countries, and I think they just were like, let's just try it and see what happens, because there's like regular traffic, like regular car traffic underneath him, and he's like, well, I gotta jump into it. And he like jumps off a fucking building into traffic, and it's like it's like, cool, didn't die. Let's do it again. So anyway, the guy's a fucking just unbelievable savage. Now, before I get into like his personal stuff with his kids and everything, I did want to get on one little conspiracy. This is my own conspiracy. I don't think this is, I'm not saying the vibe I get from Jackie Chan isn't that he is like a pedophile or like, you know, part of that ilk, but there is some weird tangential shit that is odd. So like, one of the things is that he does Rush Hour, right? Rush Hour was his huge break. This is what turned Jackie Chan into like multi-millionaire. Directed by Brent Ratner. Co-star is Chris Tucker. Brent Ratner is a rapist. Horrific. I mean, I'll say allegedly, but I mean like pretty common knowledge that this guy was doing big rapings. He chartered Epstein's plane. Like, Epstein would lend him his private plane, the Lolita Express. Brett Ratner was borrowing his fucking plane. He had connections with him. Chris Tucker had connections with Epstein going back a while. Like, we're talking also trips on the plane in his own right, like separate from Brett Ratner, his own thing going on. They both were connected to Epstein. So and Brent Ratner is also connected to Bryan Singer, who is like, that guy is once again, I'll hit the allegedly on it, but that guy was doing some fucking really bad shit. Brent Ratner also did the X-Men movies with Bryan Singer and stuff like that. Like, Bryan Singer plays a rapist in X-Men. It's hilarious. And then he goes on to like he was involved in Den, that digital entertainment network I was telling you about, that was connected to
Jackie was?
No, Bryan Singer.
Okay, hold on. Make sure you make some distinctions here. You're coming at my man Jackie.
No, I'm saying that
I see what you're trying to do.
Saying,
I appreciate what you're trying to do for him.
But
don't ever.
It's odd. Obviously, if you work in Hollywood, you're going to come into contact with these people. But I mean, he did make 3 movies with Brent Ratner, if not more, but at least the 3 Rush Hour movies. And Brett Ratner, that's where Brett Ratner let him do his own stunts. This is where Jackie Chan became known as the stunt artist with his own team.
No,
and
my mind immediately went to, all right, Jackie, you want to do your own stunts?
Right.
Let me go take a little plane ride.
So once again, no
and
proof.
Jackie Chan's all like, you know.
Yeah, he does. He does do
you
that.
know what I mean? The what?
Yeah. So I'm not saying he did anything. I'm just saying if we're gonna go conspiracy mode, there's a couple connections. So anyway, off of that, let's get into Jackie Chan as a person, right? So
stand-up guy, phenomenal father.
I'm never gonna clown Jackie Chan. He's a fucking man. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. You're not gonna jump off a building. You're not gonna fall on your head. You're not gonna do any of that shit.
Jackie Chan is cooler than Roger Clinton.
100%. Fuck Roger Clinton. Jackie Chan's the man.
Yeah.
So anyway, 8 years old to 18 years old, he's working the Peking Opera. He's doing fucking slave beatings. 18 to like 20 or like a little bit after 20, he's working 2 jobs and still training. Then he's doing movies. And before his 31st birthday, I think, he's doing Rush Hour. So in his 20s alone, he's making millions of dollars. He's breaking bones. He's doing all these things. So he starts drunk driving. He likes to drunk drive.
He's a man of simple taste.
Yeah. And he's the first, like, you can listen to him talk about this. Would
you say you're a big Jackie Chan fan?
Always.
Would you tell him that if you saw him in person?
100%. I love Jackie Chan.
What if you just went, "Oh, Riri,"
and beat my ass?
And then
he speaks perfect English. He just did that for fun.
and then shows you that video of him going, "I don't trust any Chinese guy named Jackie."
Isn't that odd though? How many Chinese guys you know named Jackie?
Yeah, that's a good point.
All right.
Whoa.
Oh fuck! It might have actually broke. Something did come off of it. I put it over there.
What?
You're fine, bro. You're being a fucking... that is something. God damn it.
All right, hold on. It's all good.
It's that thing right there. You see that black thing next to the JBL speaker that I play Little Boosie out of? I need you to grab that black thing and put it back on there.
All right, while you're doing what you're doing, keep talking.
All right, so he's in his 20s. He's making millions of dollars. He's drunk driving. He's having affairs. Like, he has multiple affairs, right? He had a girl that he called Number 9. But he's cheating on his wife. He's having kids that he doesn't want or know about, and like he's straight up telling them like, "Yo, this kid ain't my problem. I don't want nothing to do with it." He's taking his entire team to the Rolex store, where he goes, "What's the most expensive watch you have here with the most diamonds? Okay, I'll take 7 of them for my team." And he just gift his whole team. He's blowing money. He's gambling. Asians love gambling. He's losing all the money that he's getting drunk driving.
I might be Asian.
He says, I know. He said that like he'd wake up in the morning, he'd crash his Porsche, get drunk before lunch, get drunk after lunch, film a movie on the way home, total a Mercedes Benz. You're good, dude. He's doing rock star shit basically. Like, he's doing the most legit rock star shit you've ever heard in your entire life. You wouldn't be like, "Oh my god, all these rock stars are bad parents." Yeah, of course they're bad parents, and they're probably worse than Jackie Chan, and they can't do what he can do. So it's like the guy CTE'd the fuck up. He's got money out the ass in his 20s. He's being and you know the thing about Jackie Chan that I love most is that he's very self-aware. Like, he talks about all of this. Like, he talks about how he wasn't a good father. He talks about like how he has regrets. He talks about how he shouldn't have done things that he's done, and he grows and he stopped drinking and he stopped doing all these things. He stopped drunk driving. He's tried to rekindle a relationship with his son at least. He's like, he's a human. He's a human, and I don't think there's other things we'll get into too for why people don't like him, but like I have a really hard time faulting the man for living this rock star lifestyle and doing these things, because he's a fucking 20-year-old stunt guy with CTE making fucking millions of dollars. Let the man ball the fuck out for a little bit.
I'm saying,
dude. So anyway,
you took the words out of my mouth. I was trying to do that while you were peeing earlier, and I was like, I don't even know.
Yeah, he's the man. So anyway, he has a kid. His kid's name's JC. And eventually he does become kind of a mouthpiece for the Chinese Communist Party. Like he ends up running an anti-drug campaign for them. He does like ambassador work for a couple NGOs. There's a couple shady things about him where you're like, okay, like he's clearly working with at least one government. He's like, you know, but at the same time, when the fucking CCP comes to you when you live in China and they go, do you want to fucking die or do you want to make millions of dollars? And he's like, okay, yeah, fuck it. I'm Jackie Chan. I'm gonna make $400 million. Fine. You know, like still live the life that I want to live without. Yeah, I'll say a couple things here and there. Most people I wouldn't give a pass for that. I'd call you a sellout or whatever. I'm giving the man a fucking pass, dude.
Dude, when it comes to selling out, it's kind of tough because you think about it like
it's different for the government.
Yeah.
Like selling out to an industry is one thing, but when you're selling out to a government that's murdering people, you're like, I could see why people would get upset. I don't get upset with Jackie Chan about that though. That's a double standard, maybe, but.
Jackie gets a pass, dude.
I give Jackie the pass. So one thing that happens is like, so Jackie has a kid, right? JC. Jesus Christ. Yeah. He says himself, he's like, dude, I was never there for him. I was never there. The only time I'd ever see him is 2 a.m, maybe if he's still awake. So everyone calls JC a Nepo baby because he's born with all this money and Jackie Chan's his dad. And Jackie Chan's never there for him. So
Jackie Chan is leaving no money to his family.
Not a dollar. He's not leaving a single dollar to his family. It's all going to charity after. Which also kind of leads me to believe that maybe that's like, hey, yeah, we'll give you $400 million, but don't think that that's going to stay in your fucking circle for a while. That's going to be coming back to these charities and NGOs when you die. But anyway, at least on its face, it seems like that's, you know, legit. He says he's been saying forever, I'm not giving my kid a single dollar when I die.
I don't even fucking know the kid and he wants money.
No, he knows his son.
No, you know what I'm saying? He's like, oh, that kid? Yeah, nah, sorry, dude.
Yeah.
So that's for my gay daughter too.
Well, we'll get into her. I found out something interesting about his gay daughter in a second. So anyway, his son, he's grown up. He says he abused his son one time. He said he threw his son across the room as a child. And
sounds like typical parent.
But
behavior.
he said, and I think everyone's parent. I mean, I got beat up a little bit, but everyone's parents I've ever talked to who were like pretty empathetic say that, like, you know, they were beaten as a kid, they started hitting their kid, and then they realized, like, I mean, there's exceptions, there's some shitty parents out there and whatever, but most people who hit their kid from time to time, a lot of them, at least, like, they're like, you know what, that wasn't right, he didn't respond right to that, maybe this isn't the move to hit my kid. Yeah. A lot of people are aware of that. He said, I'll never do that again, I'll never hit my kid like that, I'm never gonna play that shit ever again. So his kid grows up, and his kid, like, in China, in Hong Kong, like, in that industry, they don't have, like, it's not like you can just be a musician. You kind of got to do it all. You got to be a musician and a movie star. So he starts doing these Hong Kong movies. They're all flops. His industry is not going good. He's kind of a brat. His kid just seems kind of like he never had a chance. Like, even though he grew up with money and Jackie Chan and his dad and connections, like, he never really had any it seemed like he was missing out a lot of his childhood and a lot of having, good parenting and things like that. So once again, hard to really blame his son for having this happen. So Jackie Chan, he ends up becoming a drug ambassador for the CCP, where he does, like, campaigning to get kids off of drugs. But the CCP arrested his son for 100 grams of marijuana, which, I mean, come the fuck on, bro. 100 grams? Yeah, it's a lot, but it's like, you know, so they were going to give him 3 years in prison, and Jackie Chan's hands were tied. He was like, dude, I can't fucking, like, I'm not going to speak out against the government when they put you in jail because you're my kid. Like, I'm sorry, bro, you got to go to jail. And so his son went to prison for, I think he went for 6 months. Because he was like, yeah, I'm going to tell the truth to you guys. He ends up getting 6 months in prison. And when he gets out, Jackie Chan is like, you know, gives him a haircut, is trying to be more there for him. Like, here's
a haircut.
Yeah,
son.
He did a movie with him. He and they're all flops or whatever, but he seemed like he's kind of trying to rekindle something and let bygones be bygones with his son. Now, the problem is that he also has a daughter. So that daughter he had when he cheated on his wife, and he said, I don't want anything to do with this kid. So that kid grows up, right? And eventually a video is released of her and her girlfriend saying that we're homeless because we have homophobic parents. So that gets spun into saying that Jackie Chan disowned her for being a lesbian. Technically, he was never there for her in the first place. He never even showed up when she was born, none of that. The weird thing is that in that video, it's her and her girlfriend, right? I didn't know this until today.
Where were they recording? Inside.
That's right. 9/11. Her girlfriend is 30-year-old Instagram model. In the video, she's 18, but she had known her since she was 16. What the fuck is a 28-year-old doing with a 16-year-old? You know, like that's
weird.
That's
I
weird.
didn't know that.
That's not
But
great.
Yeah,
so
yeah, like we have homophobic parents. It's like, okay, so you're saying
right.
mom too? Like,
and maybe that's true. Like, I'm not here to say that. Like, yeah, probably. If I had to guess what Jackie Chan's opinion, he's probably like, oh, a ragamuffin. He's not really like,
you dare cross me?
Yeah, no, he's probably
I
not.
Like how we're doing like more Japanese than Chinese.
I know it's the easiest one.
Yeah.
Oh, so like, and he remember that his dad wasn't there he got dropped off at a fucking prison school for 10 years.
But his dad did do him one solid. He dropped him one heater of a story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I might not wake up one of these days, so
I'll tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not. We got to get back into his dad too. Because his dad, he tells his dad would send him $5 like a month or something like that in a little tape, and he wouldn't even listen to it because it just make him cry. He didn't see his parent. His dad wasn't there for him. His dad left multiple families behind, so it's like it's not like the Apple.
It seems like the Chinese thing to do.
Yeah, he was trying to do traditional Chinese parenting. It seems like, and it wasn't going good when he factored in American.
Okay, son,
millions
you figured
of dollars.
out equations. The rest is on you.
You got it. See ya. So he has these regrets, and he talks about it. He's like, dude, I regret all this. Like, I wish I would have been there. I'm 60 something years old now. I'm not fucking, like, I'm not a spring chicken. I can't do my own stunts anymore. I'm living out the rest of my life. I'm sorry. I wish I was a better dad. My bad.
Yeah.
And it's
sorry, I was too busy making $400 million.
Yeah. Sorry about that. And yeah, once again, he's not giving any of it to his kids. When he dies, all
for
that
myself,
goes away.
pussy.
Yeah. And he's telling him, like, yeah, you got to make it your own way and shit like that. So his dad, like when he reveals all this, his dad goes back to China and finds out that, like, 'cause he doesn't know if his kids are the first family that he had, if they're dead or not. He finds out later, like, yeah, the communists like tortured them, made them fucking like beggars in the street, and they ended up making their own way. And they see him and they start crying, and the dad's like, why are you crying? Yeah. And they're like, we've just suffered so much. It's so good to see you. He's like, yeah, I suffered too. Imagine if I didn't suffer for you kids. It's such an asshole thing to do. I haven't seen you since I'm 2 years old. You're my dad. I just got fucking made to be a beggar by the communists until I own a pigsty.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you get shot?
Yeah.
You get shot at?
Yeah, you fucking loser.
Yeah.
I've been living in a consulate in Australia on the beach smoking a pipe doing karate for fucking 30 years.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's... What the fuck?
Immediately hits him with an eye poke. So you crying? Yeah, no, that's crazy. That was wild, man. Jackie Chan, what a ride!
What a ride, man. He's kind of the best. I mean,
truly, when it comes to like performance, like, and you think about his style and making his way.
Yes,
I think he's the David Guetta of. He's the Andre 3000 of kung fu movies.
Yeah, I mean, like, you're gonna ruffle some feathers with that one, but I think if you want to talk statistics, it's hard to beat. Like Jet Li, Bruce Lee, Donnie Yen, Jean-Claude Van Damme, who did Ong Bak? Tony Jaa.
Jean-Claude Van Damme is like the Eminem of
karate movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, and those are fun too. I do like some of those, but he's no Jackie Chan.
Yeah, he's no Jackie Chan.
Yeah, and Jackie. Okay, here's another thing too. Jackie Chan. So he would hire, much like Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee did the same thing. He brought in Chuck Norris. He brought in other like prominent martial artists.
Yeah, and that one video where like he's like, no, like, come at me. I'm not scared.
Yeah.
Like,
well, he's trying to tell him how to do, like, because you have to fight differently for stunts or on camera than you do for like a real fight. So he's trying to like show him how to do it for the camera, and the guy's just not listening. But he would bring on, like, so I watched Wheels on Meals the other day, which is hilarious. These movies, it's like when the Coke was good, there was like they would just throw money at you to be like, what's the plot? Whatever, dude. So like it's the most 80s movie anywhere. There's literally.
Did you ever see? I think you told me about this. Like, there's a for people that produce movies, like they can spend X amount, but they can claim
Yeah.
They can write off X amount in taxes.
That's what. Yeah, Steven Seagal. So like that, like a lot of these movies are money laundering operations.
Yeah.
Where like, and that's been used since Hollywood's for time immemorial or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, so that's what you think Steven Seagal is making money off of 100 really bad movies that cost him over $1 million to make and grosses like $100,000. Like, no, it's money laundering for whoever they're doing it above them. Maybe it's the Russians, maybe it's American interests, maybe it's the mob, maybe there's a lot of people involved.
We know who it is.
We know who it is. So anyway, he like in Wheels on Meals, he gets Benny Urquidez, Benny the Jet Urquidez, who Eric Paulson trained under, and he was a legitimate kickboxer. Like
I thought you said Benny the Jet Rodriguez. I was like, Sandlot? They got that kid, dude?
No, he would get these people, and Jackie told him, like, dude, in a real fight, you'd fuck me up, but like, do this choreo, and they would hit each other. Like in that, it's one of the greatest fight scenes in pre John Wick, martial arts cinema. The Wheels on Meals fight scene between, I'll show you after this, where it's him versus Benny the Jet, and it's like, dude, they're hitting each other. Like they hit each other. They're doing this shit. It's cool. It's very cool. So anyway, he put people on who from the kickboxing world who were like up and like back then there wasn't, even though kickboxing was big, there wasn't the internet. There wasn't like not everybody knew who Benny the Jet Urquidez was. If you knew, you knew, but now he's in a Jackie Chan movie. You know, like he did right by the martial arts community, in my opinion. He gives credit where it's due. He brought people on. He didn't Steven Seagal people. He'd hit people. You know, he wouldn't put his stunt team through anything he wouldn't do himself. You know, like if he's willing to jump off a building, well, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to jump off a building with Jackie Chan, man. Day in the life. He gave you $1 million Rolex, bro.
If your friend jumps off a bridge, would you do it? Yeah, if my friend was Jackie fucking Chan, dude.
Of course.
Best believe him.
Yeah, so I can't. I mean, there's a million things people could say are bad about Jackie Chan. I will hear none of it.
Yeah.
He's a fucking man.
I don't really know if there's any Jackie Chan slander out there, but we're just going to silence it now.
I've been on the internet I've been on the internet for this episode a lot. A lot of people don't like Jackie Chan.
Crazy.
Fuck him. You're a loser, dude. Let me see you fucking get thrown out of a bus, dude. Fuck you.
Stay tuned for the Japanese-Chinese Hackney's War.
And Chinese Civil War, dude. We're going to do that one. Peace.